Well, I thought our guys did a lot better as far as coming out the gate. We worked in practice after the A&M game, making sure that we came out more focused, more physical, and I thought they did a great job early on being aggressive. And then we got to do that without fouling because that kind of changed the momentum of the game when we kept fouling. But 24 assists, 8 turnovers, you take that each and every night. 15 from 17. Rico's back on point from the free throw line, which is great. And then I think TP really played within himself. The biggest number I like about that was 2 assists, 0 turnovers. He took care of the ball, made simple plays, and shot a great percentage. So much better feeling going into Christmas. And this is a very good team. They've been in the NCAA tournament 3 straight years. Coaching staff does a tremendous job. They got an NBA player on their team, so they're going to be very good all year.
What changed for them in the second half to kind of cut into y'all's lead? 'Cause it seemed like, they started hitting a few more shots.
Well, I thought we weren't as active defensively. Maybe it was because we were trying not to foul. And then the other thing is a maturation for a team is when you're scoring, you tend to let up on the defensive end. And as long as you keep scoring, and we got to get to the point where we score and keep the intensity on the defensive end. So that's what we got to work on.
Scott, what was the difference with Torian? He's had some big nights, but this was his career high.
I wish we could do this every night. So I think he was aggressive, and he kept things simple. They gave him the drive, he took the drive. They gave him the shot, he took the shot. He was decisive, didn't over-dribble. He keeps doing that, he'll be very effective.
When they cut it to 7, and I think maybe he even said you told him to shoot it because he had 21 on him. How big was that shot just to kind of calm things down?
As long as he's on balance and it's a good shot, I don't care if he shoots from the parking lot because he's got a chance to go in. It's when he gets off balance I get concerned. So that was a big shot, and then what was real big was getting a stop afterwards.
Issues, field goal attempts in like the last 3 or 4 games have really gone up, and it seems like it's working out well. He mentioned that Torian and others have really encouraged him to shoot the ball. Is that something you kind of tried to drill into his head?
Well, he's such a people are either tend to be scorers or passers, and it's hard to change that mentality. And as long as you're open and you have good shots, you want him to take them. And Ish can shoot when he has confidence, and we have confidence in him. And the last game he was 4 for 5 from 3, and tonight he was 6 for 10. So when he's open, we need him shooting, and he's finishing well around the rim.
Coach, you mentioned wanting to get off to that fast start, and did you tell them to put that A&M game behind them?
No, we kept that in our memory, and hopefully we keep it in our memory for a while because we don't want to have those kind of performances, and we want to definitely play a lot more physical, a lot tougher, and I thought we did more of that tonight.
Scott, was it just flow of the game? You maybe didn't use your bench as much as you usually do?
Well, when you're on a run, you hate to sub, and in the beginning of the game, we kept scoring, kept getting stops, and at some point, then when you sub and then they finally start to score, now you're more apt to put guys back in. So I think it was just one of those nights.
This New Mexico State team has been to the NCAA tournament 5 out of the last 6 years. You have the other top 25 matchups you played so far through this non-con. Do you feel like there's an aspect so far with conference, play right around the corner that your team hasn't been tested at yet?
No, I think if you look at it, SFA, New Mexico State, both those have a lot of national respect. Great RPI games. Again, last year we had the third toughest overall strength of schedule when the NCAA tournament began. We're going to always play competitive teams. I don't think you can find anyone out of 351 teams that has played. They've been ranked and played against a ranked team on 2 true road games. This past week, top 15 teams were 2-6 on the road and neutral. And trust me, neutral's a lot easier than playing on the road. Most people just don't play home and home marquee games because it doesn't work out that way. So the fact that we've been able to play at Oregon and play at Texas A&M and play Vanderbilt at home, that's like the Big 12 Conference. Neutral really isn't like the Big 12 Conference. So hopefully that benefits us come conference time, and hopefully we've learned from that. Doesn't guarantee success, but at least you have more experience with that.
About where you want to be with that one non-conference game left before you start Big 12 play?
I'll tell you after that game. But, I mean, if you look at our resume, we don't have any bad losses. When you lose on the road to a top 25 team, that's not considered a bad loss. We don't have any bad losses at home, and we have some good wins. So I think we're in a position where we're getting better. And we've had a lot of games where we really, stat-wise, you look at it and, like, that's impressive. And then we've had a couple games where we haven't been, and we just got to consistently try to get where – I mean, if we can be 24-8, it's going to be hard to beat us.
I know you've probably seen a lot of Texas Southern yet, but playing a team that likes to go out and play people, do you respect that when they?
Oh, no question. Texas Southern, I mean, last year they beat, who was it, Michigan State. I think they beat Nebraska or something. I mean, they had several marquee wins last year, big wins. So, I mean, Coach Davis does a great job, and they have talented players, and they're always competing for a championship in the NCAA tournament as well. So there's something to be said for teams that are used to playing in March and used to being successful in their conference.
Scott, you only play like one game in the next 9 or 10 days, but do you like giving them some time off for Christmas?
Yeah, I wish we had a little more time, to be honest, because if you play this game on the 21st or 22nd, then they get a couple more days at home where most of them won't get home till tomorrow afternoon, and then they're really only home a night, and then 25th, 26th, and 27th they leave early to come back.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys. Safe travels.